Listen to me very carefully. If you just dropped $3,000 on a Mac Studio and a separate display because you thought the big screen iMac Pro was dead, I have some devastating news for your credit card. For years, the tech world said Apple killed the high-end all-in-one desktop. They said Apple wanted you trapped in the modular ecosystem forever. It sounded logical, but it was fundamentally wrong. Deep inside a leaked Apple kernel debug kit, engineers accidentally left a back door open. What poured out is absolute proof that the 32-inch iMac Pro is alive. Not only is it alive, but it is currently being tested with the brand new M5 Max silicon. Here at Educational Hub, we are diving deep into why this is happening right now in 2026. There is a mathematically calculated reason why Apple starved the Pro market for years. It all ties back to the exact lifespan of the very first Apple silicon chips. But before we get into that corporate masterstroke, we need to talk about the physical machine. This new display is going to make your current monitor look like a relic from 2005. If you're a professional who edits 4K timelines or runs 3D renders, you have been stuck in a weird purgatory. You either clutter your desk with a Mac Studio and a spider web of cables, or you settle for the 24-inch iMac. The 24-inch iMac is a lovely machine for a coffee shop, but doing heavy work on it feels like trying to paint the Sistine Chapel through a mail slot. You need more real estate, and the drought is finally over. According to the latest leaks, Apple is skipping the 27-inch size entirely. They are jumping straight to a massive 32-inch display. Many people expect an OLED screen like the iPad Pro, but you should not bet on that. Putting a 32-inch OLED panel on a Pro desktop is a great way to ruin a workflow. Think about your menu bars and dock icons. They sit on the same pixels for 12 hours a day. Nobody wants their editing interface permanently burned into the glass. Instead, the supply chain points to advanced mini-LED technology. This gives you deep blacks and amazing brightness without the anxiety of screen burn-in. It will also feature promotion for a 120 Hz refresh rate. Moving through massive spreadsheets or timelines is going to feel incredibly fluid. Driving that many pixels at high speeds requires a massive engine. Developers found an unreleased Mac identifier labeled J833C in an internal kit. It was running on the H17C platform. In Apple code, that is the exact architecture for the upcoming M5 Max chip. Now, we have to talk about physics. You cannot put an M5 Max chip behind a giant screen and make it as thin as an iPhone. It would melt into a puddle of aluminum. Because of this, expect this machine to be unapologetically thick. We actually want a thicker chassis. It means massive heat sinks and whisper-quiet fans. It also means we are finally getting proper ports. Leaks point to Thunderbolt 5 integration. You will be able to move terabytes of data without breaking a sweat. We are also looking at up to 128 gigabytes of unified memory. So, why did Apple wait until now? Why skip the M2, M3, and M4 generations for the iMac Pro? It is because Apple builds precise financial timelines. Think back to 2022 when the M1 Max launched. Major studios and freelancers bought fleets of those machines. Most corporate tech leases last 4 to 5 years. That means those upgrade cycles are expiring right now in 2026. Apple knew exactly what they were doing. If they released this 3 years ago, they would have stolen sales from the Mac Studio. They needed you to buy the modular system first. Now that the market is hungry again, they're springing the trap. They are offering the ultimate bait, a single cable all-in-one powerhouse that reclaims your desk space. This level of engineering will come with a brutal price tag. With a 32-inch mini-LED display and M5 Max power, it will likely start at $4,000. If you configure it for serious work, it could easily hit $6,000. But if you have been holding out for years, your patience is about to be rewarded. The king of all-in-ones is returning. My opinion is that this is the ultimate boss machine for someone who values a clean aesthetic without sacrificing raw power. It solves the cable mess of the Mac Studio while giving us the screen size we actually need. If you have the budget, this will likely be the best desktop Apple has ever made. If you like the video, subscribe to Educational Hub, share the video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a leak.